What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the most affordable neighborhoods in Winston-Salem 2024 update. Let's get into the video. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, but we've got connections all over the Triad and all over the state. And I wanted to make this update video because we're almost halfway through the year and some of these things have actually been changing lately. In this video, I'm not just going to talk about, I'm going to take you to see some of the most affordable neighborhoods in all of Winston-Salem. Now, I could obviously do exactly the cheapest neighborhoods and they may not look the best, but these are gonna be the most affordable neighborhoods that I would actually have no problem living in. And these are kind of like little hidden gems that people, for some reason, they're a little bit more affordable. People don't realize it. Maybe there hasn't been a ton of sales lately, and so far, the prices have been very well kept. But yes, I've done some extensive research on this subject, and that's what I want to present to you guys today. Now, for comparison's sake, before we get into these properties, into these neighborhoods, just so you know, the average home price inside of Winston-Salem has skyrocketed over the last few years, ending up around $330,000 for a single family home inside of Winston-Salem so far in 2024. So $330,000 is now our new average home price. So of course, all of the neighborhoods that we're gonna talk about in today's video are gonna be under that average home price in Winston-Salem. Now, how much under? Well, you're just gonna have to stick around and find out. Up first, we're gonna talk about British Woods. Now, British Woods, I drive by it all the time, and it's a very, very nice neighborhood. It's actually on my way home from the office. It's a great location, close to highways, close to the mall, close to hospitals, close to all kinds of dining, shopping, entertainment. It's gonna be a great option for first-time home buyers because of that price range. Also, no HOAs. You see a lot of split levels and brick ranchers, but for the most part, these homes are all very well kept. Like I mentioned before, people take care of their homes here. Landscaping is good. People are replacing their roofs, no boarded up windows, no 15 cars in the driveway. Now, just so you know, these homes are gonna be built mostly in the 60s and 70s, some in the 80s. Now, it is a smaller neighborhood. There's only about 70 homes technically inside of this neighborhood. Now, mostly you're gonna see 3-bedroom homes in here, sometimes 4, and on the rare occasion you'll run into a 5-bedroom home, but mostly 3 and 4-bedroom homes. Now, surprisingly, for something being so close to the mall area here in Winston-Salem, you actually get a pretty decent lot size. 0.37 was the average acreage per home sold in 2024 so far in British Woods this year. Square footage does range drastically, 1,300 to about 3,000 square foot. So median probably being around 2,000, 2,100 square feet. And you'll be surprised to know, or happy to know, I should say, that the average home price so far in British Woods in 2024 was only $269,000. Now, this is one of those hidden gem, top secret, don't tell anybody unless you send them to me kind of neighborhoods, because once people find out that these homes are priced so cheaply in such a well-placed location, I feel like the prices are gonna skyrocket. The only hard part about British Woods is finding a home that's actually available for sale in there, because it is a smaller neighborhood and thus homes don't last long when they do hit the market. Up next, we're gonna talk about Bethany Trace. Bethany Trace is in the southern side of Winston-Salem, but it's still close to Walmart, shopping, dining, entertainment, major highways. It's also really close to Forsyth Tech, and inside of this neighborhood, there are around 150 homes. Now, if you don't like an old home, you're gonna like this neighborhood because most of the homes were built between 2007 and 2019, so it's technically gonna be considered new construction, even though it's not brand new, it's still on the newer side. Homes here are usually gonna have 3 to 4 bedrooms, sometimes you have a 5-bedroom in here. And once again, the square footage per home ranges drastically, 1,200 to 3,500 square feet. I mean, small starter homes all the way to big 5-bedroom bonus room, office, you know, extra space houses that you have in there. The lot sizes also vary, but you do get some that are as large as half an acre in there. Now, unfortunately, there is an HOA, and people that live here tend to stay. There's not a ton of turnover. Once people get into this neighborhood, they like to stay there. And because of that, we've only seen 4 homes sell so far this year in 2024. And the average home price so far this year in 2024 that homes have sold was $278,000. So again, lots of the bang for the buck. The bang for the buck is there inside of Bethany Trace. Up next, we're gonna talk about a neighborhood right next to the neighborhood that I actually live in. Another one of those top secret, don't tell anybody type neighborhoods, because if people find out, I'm telling you, the prices are gonna jump. Now, before we do that though, I do wanna remind you that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know the deal. I'm on YouTube, I gotta say these things. Number on the screen, that's my cell phone number. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. And by the way, thank you to everyone that has recently been reaching out. It seems like there was kind of a lull there for about a month and a half, and now my phone's ringing, people are texting me, I've got Zoom calls lined up, I've got people coming to town. So I'm super excited for everyone that's, you know, opted to give me a chance. I know there's a lot of other realtors out there doing these YouTube videos, but none as handsome or as entertaining as me. So So yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe, because that really helps the channel grow and get this information out to more people. I'm also gonna leave some amazing links in the about section of this video so that you can see homes that are for sale currently in the neighborhoods that I'm talking about, so you see that I'm not just making this up or pulling your chain on these neighborhoods. And lastly, I'm gonna ask one more thing of you, and that's gonna be to add me on your favorite social media. Now, the reason that you may wanna add me, not only does everyone need a friend, but also I post a lot of short form content about food reviews in the area, so you can know what to expect when it comes to that in the Winston-Salem area. Also events and things of that, and just what's going on in the Winston-Salem area. You get to see kind of from the perspective of a local here, which I think is very helpful. You might see my family on vacation as well every now and then, but for the most part, it's Winston-Salem content. So if you want to be basically my neighbor, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, you're gonna definitely want to check out McIver Farms. McIver Farms, once again, is located on the south side of Winston-Salem, kind of close to the Davidson County border, which means cheaper taxes. It definitely feels like a close-knit neighborhood, but it's surrounded by these beautiful views, rolling hills, and it really feels like, I mean, they call it McIver Farms for a reason. It used to be a farm, so you're surrounded by, it's changing rapidly. There are a lot of homes being built out there, but it still feels kind of like you're in the middle of the woods. You're surrounded by, you know, country, people growing crops, there's cows nearby, so it still feels a little bit of that rural life, but you're still really close to the city. The neighborhood is about 200 homes, and the homes were built from 1988 to about 2007, so most of them are gonna be kind of still technically on the newer side of homes. The entire neighborhood is actually made up of one-level homes, which is really cool because a lot of people have knee problems like me. You're gonna see a lot of what I consider to be starter homes, right? 2-bedroom, 3-bath style home. Sometimes they have a garage, they may or they may not, but you get a good backyard, a good front yard, and a good, you know, everything you need. You got your bedrooms, you got your bathrooms, you got your kitchen, dining room, and living room. No, not a lot of bells and whistles. Most of the lots inside of McIver Farms are gonna probably be close to 0.20 to 0.30 of an acre. There are some larger ones, almost an acre. The cul-de-sac ones are quite nice. But because of the price and the square footage, and of course the having a front yard, backyard thing, it makes it really a good starter home for most people. Also, you're gonna love this, no HOA inside of McIver Farms, and the average home price so far this year in 2024, we've had a lot of sales in there, is $240,000. Now, there's not a lot of places in the city where you can get a nice move-in ready family home for under $250,000. So McIver Farms, definitely you want to keep it on your list. Don't tell anyone else, just tell me and I'll get you in there, but we won't tell, it'll be a secret. Now we're gonna talk about another very, very popular neighborhood in a very popular part of town, and that's gonna be Salem Woods. The southeastern side of Winston-Salem, also known as like the Jonestown area is what we like to call it here locally. It's very, very popular because the mall is here, the theater is here, there's restaurants, there's dining, there's highways. It does get a little busy traffic-wise because all the highways get in there. There's a lot of people leaving work and all of the businesses that surround the mall area here in Winston-Salem, so that's a downside. But for the rest of it, it is an amazing part of the city because it's so convenient to everything. Now, this is not going to be considered a small neighborhood. You actually have over 200 single family homes, and they've been building them there for a long, long time, all the way from 1960 to about 2001. The newest ones are 2001. Inside of Salem Woods, you'll find 3 and 4 bedroom homes, and we've actually had quite a bit of sales in this neighborhood so far in 2024. We've had 11 home sales so far this year. Now, there is no HOA, which is another fantastic thing about Salem Woods. And you're not gonna believe this. I'm gonna leave you guys off with a good one today. The average home price, let me see if you can guess it. 3, 2, 1. The average price is that was probably dumb. $234,000 is the average home price, like I said, so far in 2024 from those 11 homes that sold. That's gonna wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm always here to help. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.